Disney? Are you okay? Do you seriously need, help right about now? Because I didn't clearly, call you up, to see if I could get you some help. I mean, you seem to be doing just fine, like, though I think you seem to be, taking a bit of a spiral recently with the live-action Dumbo, and, though you actually are doing pretty good with, Avengers Endgame. Do I seriously need to, call you up to, see if I could get you some help? Because I can do it right now if you want me to. I won't have any problem with that one bit. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. So, yeah. Hey, guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys. So, yeah, I guess, if anything, yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense, that I would do another, thoughts video real quick, and yeah, I guess given to, what I'm, showing off, to you guys, real, quick, I think it's, pretty obvious on, what I'm talking about. So yeah, I guess ever since, I, saw the, live-action, Dumbo, remake, I think well over a month ago, during the time of its, run, and, excuse me, and not to mention, I think I already did, talk about it, a little while ago, so... But yeah, I guess nevertheless, ever since I did see that film, I think it makes sense that I would talk about another live-action remake that just recently came out not too long ago, and yeah, given for the fact that what I'm holding right here on my Blu-ray copy of Aladdin, yes, I'm going to be talking about the live-action remake of Disney's Aladdin. So yeah, oddly enough, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna be talking about. So yeah, it did recently came out this weekend, which is oddly enough perfect timing. So yeah, probably by the time I'm recording this, probably as I stated on my social media sites, I would not post this on Memorial Day in general. So probably by the time this video is posted, it's already the day after after Memorial Day. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense that I would take a little vacation from posting videos for just one day, and probably wait until today to actually do this. But yeah, I'm getting way ahead of myself. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and talk about the live-action Aladdin remake that just recently came out not too long ago. So, but beforehand, I think I might as well say this right now. I love the original Aladdin. I think it's probably one of my all-time favorite Disney movies that I watched as a kid. Yeah, even as a little kid, I did watch it, and yeah, I did remember that I used to watch it when I originally had it on VHS when I was a little kid, and yeah, I actually thought it was actually a really great film. Yeah, it's got some really great animation. Pretty much all the songs are really memorable. The characters are interesting, and not to mention, there's a lot of really great comedy in that. So yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much what I can say for the original Aladdin. But yeah, like I said, I love it to death. Yeah, and yeah, I guess it's one of those Disney movies that I watch a lot on VHS when I was a kid. So yeah, and oddly enough, I was kind enough to get my hands, get this movie back in my possession right about now. But this time in its own Blu-ray right about now, which actually costs about like well over $64, which. Amazon, I know I love you and everything. I do really like shopping for new items and stuff, but I mean, in all seriousness, don't make this thing so gosh darn expensive. So yeah, I was really kind enough to get my hands on the original Aladdin after quite a while now, and even to this day, as an adult, right about now, I still think it really holds up. So yeah, I guess if anything, so yeah, I was kind enough to actually watch that, to prep myself up for the remake that just came out. So So yeah, I have a lot to talk about for the live-action Aladdin remake. So yeah. Now I think just mainly I think how I felt about it. I think when I first saw the trailers, I think I did express some hope, but I did have some concerns about it because why even bother doing a remake on Aladdin? I think it's actually really great. So how would you incorporate that into live action? I think it seems not very doable for the most part. But I think I know probably the infamous one is, of course, the special look back in February, I believe. Yeah, maybe I could take a guess and say maybe February for the most part. And yeah, yeah, like I said, I did have some hopes for this one, but I did express some concerns. Like, yeah, I think I knew right away. I think it's one of those live-action remakes I originally thought I was going to hate. So, but I decided to give it a fair shot anyways, and decided to go to my theater to actually go see this movie, and, well, I think I will have to say, I couldn't really think by this point. I just need some water. Alright, going back on topic, so, but yeah, I was kind enough to go to my local movie theater to actually go see this movie, and oddly enough, I think, bit of an interesting story. I think, I went on down to the Regal Cinemas down in Ithaca to actually see this movie, which, believe it or not, some guy that was working at the movie theater was actually there dressed up as Aladdin, which is actually pretty fitting right about now. So that was probably the best highlight of my movie experience with that. But yeah, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Yeah, although it was a really nice experience. Not since I dressed myself up as Ash Ketchum when I saw Detective Pikachu last week was probably also the best thing I've ever done. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I decided to give it a fair shot and go to my theater to actually go see this movie. And how do I feel about it? Well, I think I will say I did have a good time seeing it, but does that mean I think it's a good movie? Not quite. But do I think it's terrible? No, not at all. So yeah, I guess if anything, I had a good time seeing the live-action Aladdin remake, but at the same time, I'm kind of indifferent about this one. But yeah, I guess if anything, I am rather mixed by the live-action Aladdin remake as of now. But I think I will say this: at least it's better than what I've gone through with the Tim Burton Dumbo remake that I saw beforehand. So yeah, I guess I can say it is slightly better than that. So yeah, at least there's effort put into that one. So. But yeah, like I said, I am rather mixed by the live-action Aladdin remake right about now, but I still had a good time seeing it. So yeah, I think I might as well go ahead and go into my depth analysis on this one. I think pretty much starting off with the positives right about now. I think for starters is that I think I will say the acting from most of our characters. I have to say are really good. Like, yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I think I will say it is very nicely acted right about now. So yeah, and yeah, like I said, some of the actors in this movie, particularly from our main heroes, actually pulled off some pretty good performances. Like, I really admire Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine in this version, and I really love on how. They actually make her much more of an interesting character from the way I see it, which is another thing too. I think I really like the how the characters are portrayed in this version. Just trying to do something new and creative rather than just be like the original. So yeah, and of course I think I will say this. But yeah, I guess if anything, I really enjoyed Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine. I think she has done an incredible job with this role, and yeah, and I think trying to make her much more of an interesting character in this, I say she actually succeeded at that. So yeah, and of course, I know I will say this, but even though I do prefer Robin Williams in the original, I actually really enjoyed Will Smith as the genie. So So, yeah, I guess if anything, I think much like Naomi Scott, I really enjoyed Will Smith as the genie. I say he actually did a really great job in portraying that character pretty well. Like, yeah, I know he cannot match the same quality and style that Robin Williams had in the original, which I still actually admire even to this day, but I think Will Smith has actually pulled off a really great interpretation on the genie in the remake. I think he has done an incredible job, probably mixing in his own style and stuff, which I know is actually pretty impossible to do because the one in the original is, of course, played by a late comedian that I admire, but this one is actually by a well-known actor who has done a lot of great shows. In fact, Will Smith was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was good in that, or at least I assume that he is, but I've seen him in some of his movies that he has done, and I know he's a good actor in that, so... And I think even when he's in some movies that I hate, he still pulls off some pretty good performances every once in a while. So, but yeah, I guess if anything, I really do admire on how Will Smith portrayed the genie in this version, and probably making his own style with that. And I really love on how they did that. So yeah, and not to mention, I think I will say, yeah, and even some of the new stuff that he decided to bring into his character, that's another thing I really love too, so yeah, I guess if anything, Naomi Scott and Will Smith actually pulled off some pretty great performances, which I really do admire, and some of the characters I have to say, like I said, particularly from our main leads, from the way I see it, I say they're actually pretty good. I really love on on their own type style that they wanted to do for this one, and yeah, and I think another thing I can talk about is that I think I will say I think probably one of the things that I love about the original is, of course, the music and the songs, and I think they're all really great, and I guess I can say, I think I really enjoy the music and the songs of the remake as well, so yeah, I guess if anything, the music and the songs in the Aladdin remake, I have to say, they sounded really great. I really love on how they are on how it's sounded, and I really love of how orchestral the songs are. Yeah, in fact, I actually listened to the soundtrack on YouTube beforehand, before I actually got to see the remake, and I think I will say the soundtrack is actually really good. Like, I really love the rearrangements on some songs like One Jump Ahead, Friend Like Me, Prince Ali, and even A Whole New World, I have to say. They're all really incredibly updated from my perspective, so yeah, I guess if anything, I really love the soundtrack in the Aladdin remake, and visually, the film looks pretty good. Like, I really love how the world of Agrabah looks, and I really do admire on how colorful it actually is. So yeah, I guess if anything, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I guess those are some of the aspects in the Aladdin remake I really do enjoy a whole lot. But as for the other stuff I have to say, I am rather mixed by it, and I think I will say there are some stuff in it that I thought were pretty terrible from the way I see it, so I guess you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Probably as we speak, so... But yeah, I guess aside from the good stuff that I found in the Aladdin remake, there are some stuff that I was rather mixed by. Like, for starters, I think the story, I have to say, for while not bad, I have to say, like, I really do admire, yeah, like I said, I love on how they decided to put in some new stuff in it, so that way it won't be like a carbon copy of the original, which I guess it's one thing I I think I did have a bit of a problem with, of course, with one live-action remake that I took a look at a couple of years ago, that being the Beauty and the Beast remake, which I also thought was okay, but I think my common complaint with that is that they had the tendency to repeat the exact same storyline in that movie, but in this movie, I think they did try to do that a little bit, but they decided to mix it up a bit so that way it won't be like a carbon copy of the original. So yeah, I really do admire the remake for actually trying to not be like a carbon copy of the original. But I guess I just felt it was a little bit too mundane, and I kind of thought it was pretty much lacking in trying to do something new and creative with, yeah, and even the writing, I have to say, I don't think it's actually very structured from the way I see it, and yeah, like I said, there was I think it's really trying hard to actually try to incorporate something new to this one, but it ultimately failed from what I'm seeing, and not to mention, I think the editing, I have to say, I think it's not very crisp, or like they had to put in some fast, some parts that are fast, some parts that are slow, and even both at times, which actually does make it pretty clunky. But I think yeah. But although I think it's pretty much my one common complaint, but I think probably going back on the positives, I think I will say the movie is shot well. I think it's got some really great cinematography in that, which I really do admire. So, yeah, and not to mention, I think the effects, I have to say, are pretty good. But yeah, and I think speaking of which, I think another common complaint I have with this one is of course, like I say, as much as I love the effects in the remake, as they some parts of it actually do look pretty good, but I think mainly the one common complaint I have is, of course, the CGI in this one, which I think I will say right about now. I think it just kind of feels a little bit too rubbery at times. Yeah, I think it's pretty much my common complaint about the CGI in the remake, but I think more particularly, I think as much as I enjoy Will Smith as the genie, I think pretty much at times where he's basically like the actual genie in the original, where he's blue all the time, but I just kind of felt it's a little bit too rubbery at times. So and I think yeah, I think it's pretty much where I felt, but although I really don't mind the genie taking on human form in this one, I think it's pretty much the one addition I actually did admire in the remake, which I think I know the Broadway version actually did do something like that, and that turned out incredibly well. I thought that was a really nice change. So yeah, I guess if anything, I do admire Will Smith taking on human. Yeah, I do admire the genie taking on human form in the remake, which I will give a credit for. That is something new that they decided to add in, and yeah, like I said, it took notes from the Broadway version, so that's a plus. But yeah, I think pretty much where the genie himself wanted to look like, well, the genie. Yeah, like I said, mainly the CGI, I have to say, is a bit too rubbery at times, but yeah, and I think I would go back and say I think pretty much the CG on the genie and the special look that came out a little while ago is a good prime example to what I'm talking about, because when people actually complain for the fact that they should make the genie blue, well, you know the phrase, be careful what you wish for? Well, I think the special look that we witnessed actually did answer that question, so. But yeah, I guess if anything, the CGI, I have to say, I think, yeah, like I say, some of it is not bad per se. Like, I really do admire the CG used for the magic carpet, so that's actually a good one. But the rest I just kind of felt was a little bit too rubbery at times, and doesn't really feel rendered out for the most part. But yeah, even the direction, I have to say, I know it's a Guy Ritchie a Guy Ritchie film for the most part, which I think he does have the tendency to actually do some stuff. Like I said on the he had to have some fast moments and some slow moments, or both at the same time, and yeah, not to mention just the way, just the direction he had to put into this movie. I just don't think it's actually very existing in this one. I think I do remember there's some parts in this movie that I just kind of felt I do feel a little bit uncomfortable seeing it when I first saw this. That I think some of the actors, they have the tendency to be this close to the camera, so yeah, that is a little bit too distracting for the most part, and not to mention the pacing. I have to say, I don't think it's actually really that strong for the most part. Like, I really couldn't make out on what's going on for the most part. But yeah, like I said, the pacing and the direction, I have to say, is not very well existing in this one. Like, it's almost like they literally had no idea on what to do for this one, so they just decided to make things up as they go along. Yeah. But yeah, I guess if anything, those are some of the complaints I have so far. But if there's one thing in this remake that I hate the most, and I mean, like, really despise a whole lot, is that it's just mainly the actor playing Jafar, which I think I will have to say it is awful. I mean, like, really, really bad. But now I'm not talking about from the way I'm saying it to you. I don't mean like bad, like I hated the character and I wanted something bad to him. No, I mean like the actor playing Jafar. I have to say he is awful in that one. Like yeah, I think Jafar is supposed to be like this this intimidating sorcerer that has this like really deep monotone voice that actually does sound imitating, and you do actually fear for him. And yeah, Jafar is actually a really great Disney villain in the original. So how can you screw that up in the remake? Yeah, I think all they did was just get this guy with a almost like this little bit of a somewhat high-pitched voice. Well, not really high-pitched, but somewhat close in between deep and menacing and high and cartoony for the most part. Like, you stumbled upon an opportunity, my boy. yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I know the actor I know the actor playing Jafar. I know he's done some good stuff in the past, but my God, it was horribly miscasting in this one. So yeah, and yeah, like I said, Jafar is a menacing villain in this one. So how can you screw it up in the remake? So yeah, I guess if anything, Jafar, I have to say, I would have to say Jafar in the remake, I don't think he's very good in that. I think he's not very menacing. I don't think he's very interesting, and I really don't like the way the actor is portraying that character. So yeah, I hang it. So yeah, and I guess another thing too, I think yeah, I couldn't really think of anything else. I'm just mainly angry by the way on how Jafar was portrayed in this remake. So yeah, why can't I think of anything else? I've never been this angry since I have seen the trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I mean, oh my God. I mean, just, oh my God. So, yeah. I guess you could kind of see where I'm getting at with this one. So yeah, it's pretty much all I can say right about now. So overall, I think I will say I'm rather mixed by the live-action Aladdin remake. Nonetheless, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad or anything. I'm just split down the middle with this one. But did I have a good time with it? Well, actually, yeah, I did have a good time with it. So yeah, like I said, I thought some of the acting is actually pretty good. I thought the rearrangement of the soundtrack, particularly the music and the songs, I have to say, they're all really good in that, and I really love how visually the film looks and how well shot it is. But But yeah, there are some good stuff that they decided to add in. And yeah, I will give it credit that they did try to put in something new to it rather than make it like a carbon copy of the original. But it was just seriously lacking at that in best. So, but yeah, I guess I will give it credit. And I guess another thing too, at least it's much better than what I experienced with the live-action Dumbo remake last time. So yeah, I guess if anything, I thought the live-action Aladdin remake, I thought was just okay for the most part. I don't think it's good, I don't think it's bad, but I'm rather mixed by this one. But I guess if it's something up your alley, then I guess you could spend a couple hours of your time to actually see it, and I'm sure you'll have a good time with it. So yeah, I guess if anything, if you have the time, go check it out and experience it for yourself. So yeah, for my final score right about now, I'll just mainly give it like a 6 out of 10 right about now. So yeah, like I said, not really that good, not really that bad or anything, but I'm mainly split down the middle on this one. But yeah, like I said, I think I know I wasn't really gonna like it when it was set to come out, but I gave it a fair shot, and I thought it was okay. So yeah, I guess if anything, if you want to check it out for yourself, I say definitely go check it out. But I guess for me, and but I guess if you have the same experience I had after I witnessed that, then I guess it's one wish that will not be granted anytime soon. So, but yeah, I guess if anything, but I think if you want to settle on something a little bit much better, then I say definitely check out the original again. So yeah, and yeah, like I say, yeah, and it's pretty much one thing I will say, regardless of how I feel about the remake, I'll still prefer the original a whole lot more. So yeah, I say I would spend more time watching this rather than the remake anytime soon. But yeah, like I said, I still gave it a fair shot. I still had a good time with it. But yeah, I guess if anything, regardless on how I feel, like I said, it's one wish that I don't think will be granted anytime soon. So yeah, and that's pretty much about it. That's all I gotta say for the live-action Aladdin remake. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know in the comment section below if you saw the Aladdin remake and how you felt about it, as well as leaving me constructive criticisms and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And as always, follow me on my social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and many of others, as well as emailing me on my email address if you have any questions for me in particular. All of them are down in the description box below, and as always, go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this in the near future. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for what I have to say for the live-action Aladdin remake. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.